My dear students, in previous lecture I have explained qualitative aspects of electrolysis. Now I am going to explain quantitative aspects of electrolysis. So, quantitative aspects of electrolysis means how much of electric current is passed through the electrolyte solution and how much of the substance is deposited at the electrodes during the electrolysis. See in that Faraday's laws. So Faraday first law. See first one, Faraday first law. The amount of the substance deposited or liberated, the amount of the substance deposited or liberated at the electrodes during the electrolysis is directly proportional to the amount of substance deposited or liberated at the electrodes during the electrolysis is directly proportional to quantity of electricity passed through the electrolytic solution. Faraday first law is the amount of substance deposited or liberated at the electrodes during the electrolysis is directly proportional to quantity of electricity passed through the electrolytic solution. So mathematically we can write like this: W directly proportional to Q. W directly proportional to Q. This W is amount of substance deposited or liberated at the electrodes. Q is charge in coulombs. This Q is charge in coulombs. See, simply during the electrolysis, if more amount of electric charge is passed through the electrolytic solution, then more amount of substance will be deposited at the electrodes. That is only Faraday first law. During that electrolysis, if more amount of electric charge is passed through the electrolytic solution, then more amount of substance will be deposited. That is only Faraday first law. So mathematically we can write like this: W directly proportional to Q, amount of the substance or mass of the substance deposited at the electrodes, is directly proportional to Q, charge in coulombs. W is equal to some constant I am writing Z into Q. W is equal to Z into Q. This Q is equal to IT. Q is equal to IT. Then W is equal to instead of this Q we can write IT, then Z IT. W is equal to Z into IT. This W is amount of substance or mass of the substance. Mass of the substance deposited. Mass of the substance deposited. This Q is charge in coulombs. Q is charge in coulombs. But this Q is equal to I into T. Q is equal to I into T. I means current in amperes. I is current in amperes. I is current in amperes. T is time in seconds. T is time in seconds. This Z is constant. Z is proportionality constant. That Z is electrochemical equivalent. Z is electrochemical equivalent. W is mass of the substance deposited. This Q is charge in coulombs. I is current in amperes. T is time in seconds. Z is electrochemical equivalent. W directly proportional to Q. Amount of the substance deposited, mass of the substance deposited at the electrodes is directly proportional to charge in coulombs. If more amount of electricity is passed through the electrolytic solution, then more amount of substance will be deposited. W is equal to some constant, proportionality constant, that is Z into Q. But this Q is equal to IT, charge in coulombs. Charge in coulombs is equal to current in amperes into time in seconds. Charge in coulombs is equal to current in amperes into time in seconds. Then from this, W is equal to Z into IT. Mass of the substance deposited is equal to this Z is constant, I is current in amperes, T is time in seconds. What is that Z? See that Z means electrochemical equivalent. Na? Electrochemical equivalent. How can you define that electrochemical equivalent? See from this formula, if a Q is equal to 1, if this Q is equal to 1, then Z is nothing but W only. If Q is equal to 1, if Q is equal to 1, here Q is equal to 1 means 1 coulomb. If Q is equal to 1 coulomb, or see from this formula, I is current in amperes, T is time in seconds. If I is equal to 1 ampere, T is equal to 1 seconds. Or I is equal to 1 ampere and T is equal to, time is equal to 1 seconds. If Q is equal to 1 ampere, if Q is equal to 1 ampere and T is equal to 1 seconds, then Q is equal to 1 coulomb, or if I is equal to 1 ampere and time is equal to 1 second, then this W is equal to Z. From this formula, if Q is equal to 1, then W is equal to Z. So Z is nothing but W only. Or from this formula, if I is equal to 1 ampere, T is equal to 1 second, then W is equal to Z. So electrochemical equivalent is nothing but amount of the substance deposited at the electrodes when 1 coulomb charge is passed through the electrolytic solution. Amount of the substance or mass of the substance. Amount of the substance deposited at the electrodes when 1 coulomb of electricity is passed, when 1 coulomb of electric charge is passed through the electrolytic solution, or the amount of substance deposited when 1 ampere current is passed for 1 second is called electrochemical equivalent. So this Z is nothing but W only. Units of that Z. Units. See from this formula, W is equal to Z into Q, Z is equal to W by Q. W is equal to Z into Q, then Q is equal to W by, Z is equal to W by Q, kg per coulomb. Kg per coulomb. Units of that electrochemical equivalent. Units of electrochemical equivalent, kg per coulomb. Next, Faraday second law. Faraday's second law. And Faraday's second law is when the same quantity of electricity is passed through the electrolytic solution, when the same quantity of electricity is passed through the electrolytic solution, the masses of the substance substances deposited or liberated at the electrodes are directly proportional to, when the same quantity of electricity is passed through the electrolytic solutions, the masses of the substance deposited or liberated at the electrodes are directly proportional to their equivalent weights. This is Faraday's second law. When the same quantity of electricity is passed through electrolytic solutions, the masses of the substances deposited or liberated at the electrodes are directly proportional to their equivalents. This is Faraday's second law. See, for example, if we take two electrolytic cells, both are filled with different electrolytic solutions. This is first electrolytic cell. It is filled with silver nitrate solution. Let us take silver nitrate solution. This first electrolytic cell is filled with silver nitrate solution. This second one is filled with copper sulfate solution. See, these two are connected in a series. This is first electrolytic cell. In this first electrolytic cell, electrolyte is silver nitrate solution. In the second electrolytic cell, electrolyte is copper sulfate solution. Let us take, this is cathodes, this is anodes, cathodes, this is anodes, this is cathodes. Here in this first electrolytic cell, at cathodes, this is cathodes. At cathodes, silver metal will be deposited. At cathodes, during the electrolysis, cations travel towards cathodes. At cathode, silver metal will be deposited. In the second electrolytic cell, at cathodes, this is cathode, here copper metal will be deposited. In the first electrolytic cell, at cathodes, silver metal will be deposited. In the second electrolytic cell, at cathodes, copper metal will be deposited. That Faraday's second law is, when the same quantity of electricity is passed through different electrolytic solutions, the masses of the substances deposited or liberated at the electrodes are directly proportional to their equivalent weights. That means W1 by W2 is equal to E1 by E2. Mathematically, this can be written like this. W1 by W2 is equal to E1 by E2. This W1 is weight of the substance deposited at the cathode of first electrolytic cell. W2 is weight of the substance deposited at the cathodes. W1 is weight of the substance deposited at the electrodes, cathodes. WT is weight of substance deposited at the cathode of that second electrolytic cell. E1 is E1 is equivalent weight of this first one. E2 is equivalent weight of second one. Equivalent weight of first substance. E2 is equivalent weight of second substance. So for this we can write like this: weight of silver divided by weight of copper is equal to equivalent weight of silver divided by equivalent weight of copper. Weight of the silver deposited at cathode of first electrolytic cell. This WCU is weight of the copper deposited in the second electrolytic cell. These are their equivalent weights. Equivalent weight of silver divided by equivalent weight of copper. Already we know that equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by valency. Atomic weight by valency. Equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by valency for elements. See here AgNO3. In that AgNO3, Ag plus and NO3 minus ions are present. We know that silver atomic weight is 108. Then silver equivalent weight is 108 by 1. Then 108 only. Equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by valency. For silver atomic weight is 108. Its valency is 1. Then 108 only. For copper equivalent weight is how much? Its atomic weight is 63.5. Copper atomic weight is 63.5. In that copper sulfate, valency of copper or charge on copper is +2, because sulfate means SO4 minus 2. So 63.5 divided by 2, 31.75. Equivalent weight of silver is 108. Equivalent weight of copper is 31.75. When the same quantity of electricity is passed through the electrolytic solutions, the masses of the substances deposited or liberated at the electrodes are directly proportional to their equivalent weights. That is Faraday's second law. We can write W directly proportional to E, equivalent weight. From Faraday first law, W is equal to EIT. Let us take first equation. W is equal to EIT. W is equal to W directly proportional to Q. W is equal to ZQ. W is equal to Z into IT. W is equal to Z into IT. Next, from this I am writing W is equal to instead of Z I am writing E by 96500 into IT. This is very important formula. W is equal to Z into IT. But this Z is equal to E by 96500. See, because it is observed that 1 Faraday or this many coulombs, 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 coulombs will deposit 1 equivalent weight of substance. 1 Faraday or this many coulombs will deposit equivalent weight of substance. See, that means when 1 Faraday is passed through the electrolytic solution, 1 equivalent weight of the substance will be deposited. 1 Faraday nothing but this many coulombs. See, for example, through molten sodium chloride, if 1 Faraday current is passed at cathodes, 23 grams of sodium metal will be deposited. If 1 Faraday electric current is passed through molten magnesium chloride solution, molten magnesium chloride solution. 1 equivalent weight of magnesium, that is 12 grams. 12 grams of magnesium will be deposited. So 1 Faraday will deposit 1 equivalent weight of substance. 1 Faraday means this many coulombs. Then 1 coulomb will deposit how much of the substance? 1 Faraday is equal to this many coulombs. This many coulombs will deposit E amount of substance. Then 1 coulomb will deposit how much? E by 96500. 96,500 coulombs can deposit E amount of substance. Then 1 coulomb can deposit how much? E by 96500, which is nothing but Z's. Which is nothing but Z's. E by 96500 is nothing but Z. So because 1 Faraday will deposit, 1 Faraday or this many coulombs will deposit E amount of substance, then 1 coulomb can deposit how much? E by 96500 amount of substance, which is nothing but Z only. Z is amount of the substance deposited at the electrodes when 1 coulomb of charge is passed through the electrolytic solution is called Z. So instead of this Z, we can write E by 96500. So this is the Faraday first law. W is equal to EIT by 96500. Mass of the substance deposited is equal to, this is equivalent weight. Equivalent weight of the substance. I is current in amperes. T is time in seconds. Divided by 96500.